Most of the rain we were tracking earlier has now moved out of Connecticut, the state beginning to dry out, but keep those umbrellas close by because we have another round of rain moving in just in time for the morning commute tomorrow, lasting through most of the morning, eventually beginning to diminish later on in the afternoon. And that's when the weather takes a big change heading into Veterans Day. The temperature drops off 10 degrees or more in some cases. Cold, windy conditions for Tuesday, and there could even be some snow flurries as well. We'll talk more about that here in just a second. But first, let's check in with First Alert Live radar. This is a loop over the last 6 hours showing some of the scattered shower activity that we had been tracking earlier on this afternoon. But now, if we take it to the live image here, most of that shower activity has moved out, and First Alert Live Doppler radar is scanning dry across the board right now, and it will stay that way at least for the next couple of hours. But by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be a different story. Temperatures will be in the 50s, so it will be a bit of a warm, mild start with lots of clouds around, and the showers will be moving in, eventually becoming more isolated through the afternoon. And then once we dry up after about sunset or so, that's when the temperatures really begin to plummet. Look at this. 4 o'clock, we're at 52 degrees, and then 4 hours later at 8 p.m., we're more than 10 degrees cooler than that, and the temperatures just continue to tumble from there. So let's take a look at First Alert Futurecast. The model is updated a little bit from earlier on this evening, now showing lighter shower activity around 7, 8 o'clock or so, with some of the heavier downpours moving in a bit later in the morning. Now, this may be advantageous. You may be able to get your morning commute in just a little bit earlier before some of these downpours begin to set up around 10, 11 o'clock. But what has not changed is that the majority of the heavy rain is out of here by lunchtime, and we're left with just a few isolated showers for the afternoon. Those begin to fizzle out late as the front moves out, and Tuesday morning we wake up to a blustery, chilly start. By the middle of the day Tuesday, could even see a few snow flurries in parts of the Northwest Hills, even down into the central part of the state as well. But don't worry, the ground temperatures will still be above freezing, so we're not expecting any accumulation with any of those isolated flurries on Tuesday. Here's the dip in the jet stream dragging in that cool, dry air from Canada. We're also talking wind gusts 30 miles per hour or more, so the wind chill by Tuesday morning will be in the teens and 20s, and it'll really only feel like the 20s and 30s by the afternoon. We have a freeze watch in effect for our far southern counties as well. That's where the growing season, at least on average, hasn't ended quite yet. Morning lows on Tuesday around 30 degrees. And in the temperature department, through the 7-day forecast, we stay below average. Look at these high temperatures in the 40s pretty much through the end of the week, only peaking out into the 50s Wednesday and Thursday along the shoreline. It'll be a breezy week as well, those breezy conditions continuing all the way through Saturday. The good news is it looks like we stay mostly dry through the end of the week, and in fact it looks like it'll be good weather for UConn's next home matchup on Saturday at the Rent.
Tyler, thank you.